From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. I'm D. Ray Knight. This is what's going on. In what's being described as a rare project for South Dakota, a developer is planning a 6-building apartment complex in Rapid City with enough solar panels to offset all of its energy use. The housing will be available to those earning 60% or less than the average income in the area. The project, one of several around the country by Tennessee-based Elmington Capital Group, will cost about $78 million, with about 70% of the money coming from federal, state, or local government sources, including incentives for sustainable development. Rapid City is going to apply for funds to renovate a city trail. Amy Rose has the story.
The Rapid City Council has approved the city's application to the South Dakota Department of Transportation for funds to renovate the trail at Mary Hall Park. Mary Hall Park is one of the hidden gems of the Rapid City Park system. Located in West Rapid City, the park serves as an important connector to local schools, the Oyate Health Center, the Canyon Lake Activity Center, baseball fields, and surrounding neighborhoods. If the state approves the city's grant application, the city would use funds to replace the current asphalt park trail, which includes many cracks and ruts, with concrete, as well as bring the trail into ADA compliance.
Rapid City will again host the popular Household Hazardous Waste Disposal event Saturday, October 14th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Central States Fairgrounds. The free event is held every 2 years. City solid waste officials encourage the public to bring many household hazardous waste materials for disposal. Staff will also be accepting non-perishable food donations for Feeding South Dakota at the event. A total of 1,127 vehicles passed through the Central States Fair gates at the October 2021 event, dropping off approximately 5,000 gallons of waste and toxic material, doubling the material collected in 2019. In national and international news, North Korea's Jung Un rolled into Russia on an armored train today to see President Vladimir Putin. It's a rare meeting between isolated leaders driven together by their need for support in escalating standoffs with the West. Kim is expected to seek economic aid and military technology for his impoverished country. In an unusual twist, Kim also appears to have something Putin desperately needs: munitions for Russia's grueling war in Ukraine. This meeting is a chance for the North Korean leader to get around crippling UN sanctions and years of diplomatic isolation. For Putin, it's an opportunity to refill ammunition stores that the war has drained. Any arms deal with North Korea would violate the sanctions, which Russia has supported in the past. The Biden administration has cut a deal with Iran to gain the release of 5 Americans held in that country. Amy Rose has the details.
The Biden administration has cleared the way for the release of 5 American citizens detained in Iran by issuing a blanket waiver for international banks to transfer $6 billion in frozen Iranian money in South Korea without fear of U.S. sanctions. Secretary of State Antony Blinken signed off on the move last week, but Congress was not notified of the decision until Monday. The waiver means that European, Middle Eastern, and Asian banks will not run afoul of U.S. sanctions in converting the frozen money in South Korea and transferring it to Qatar's central bank, where it will be held for Iran to use for the purchase of humanitarian goods.
Today, Google will confront a threat to its dominant search engine when federal regulators launch an attempt to dismantle its internet empire in the biggest U.S. antitrust trial in a quarter century. Over the next 10 weeks, federal lawyers and state attorneys general will try to prove Google rigged the market in its favor by locking its search engine in as the default choice in a plethora of places and devices. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Sunny and nice today with a high of 78. Low tonight, 53. And that was your Daily Slice for Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day.